Shh. Shh. Come here. Come. Let me let you in on a little secret, okay? Shh. Don't make a noise, the baby's sleeping. There's this moment at the end of the night, when the baby is asleep and even your man or whoever else is in the house goes to sleep, and it's late at night and you are exhausted out of your mind, but you sit down on the couch and you just take it in. Even though you're tired, even though you really want to sleep, you sit there in the TV room or in the lounge and you just do nothing, because you just want a moment of just doing nothing. Just absolutely nothing. Do you know that doing nothing is doing something? I'm choosing to do nothing, and that's me doing something. And that moment when you're exhausted but the house is quiet and you have that moment all to yourself to just scroll through Instagram, it's the best moment ever.
I'm gonna try. Work till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hey gorgeous, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nanny, and this is How I Do Things, a show where you send me your questions and I'll let you know how I would do things. Now I can take it as entertainment or use it as advice. Use it, don't use it. Take it, don't take it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. I am no professional, no pro at all. I'm just letting you know what I would do if I was in your shoes. Working from home and having a baby or having children is a handful. One human is a lot. I can imagine moms who've got multiple kids, 2, 3 kids. It's a lot. Now, imagine you work from home, you have a full-time business. You're an influencer and you have a daily YouTube show and you take care of your baby with no help or no nanny, and you still manage to be productive. How does that actually work? This is a question that I receive all the time, and today I'm going to let you know how I remain productive while taking care of my little one, working from home, taking care of the baby with no nanny, no help, and still managing to run 3 different income streams all by myself. Me, my man, and my baby. Now, if you have any questions that you want to send to me, head over to my Instagram and look for this picture right here, because this is how the show works. You send me a question, I do a video all about it. Today's topic, send to me on Instagram. So if you have a question for me, head over to @Kopana look for this picture right here. It's on my Insta story highlights. All you have to do is look for the lavender circle that says How I Do Things, reply, and send me your suggestions for the next video. The other thing that happens around here, if you do not know all about it, is that we go live every single day at 7:30 South African time. So come on over and join us for the live chat. 7:30 South African time, a brand new video goes up every single day, including Sundays, darling, because that's when we have our cozy conversations. So click subscribe and click on the notification bell so you know exactly when the video is going up live in whatever time zone you are in. Now let's not waste any more time, because productivity is the name of the game today. Let's get into it. So today I am drinking coffee. Mama does not breastfeed no more, so it's been a year. I stopped breastfeeding literally exactly 1 year. My milk was just like, bye. So now I am allowed to drink my coffee. I started craving coffee after breastfeeding my baby, and I've never been a coffee person. So let me know what you are drinking, because in a cozy conversation on a Sunday, we like to chill, we like to relax, grab a cup of tea, grab a coffee, and sip, darling, while we chat. Now let's get into those tips and how I managed to balance having a full-time business, which is Club She Is, which is my ladies network for women who want to take control of their income and live lives their way, for women building their brands and their businesses, as well as my influencing. I literally have a number of campaigns every single month, which is a good stream of income. And then there's this, How I Do Things, which goes live every single day. And taking care of the baby, cooking for her, making sure that she has all the food that she wants, taking care of my hubby, being a wife, and still finding time for myself. Let's get into it. Number 1 is to give yourself some grace. So I gave birth in October 2019, and I think I only started working around, my first influencer campaign was around February. So I gave myself quite a lot of time. I thought that I'd be one of those moms that just jumps back into work. But after 4 months of being on maternity leave, I was just like, I'm still not feeling ready. I don't have that vroom to go. I put my baby first during this time, and I knew that when the time came for me to start working again, it will come. So give yourself some grace. Don't feel as though you have to jump back into it so quickly. Start slowly, start with what you can. We all have this expectation that after 6 weeks, I'm back onto it. And sometimes it doesn't work that way. I had to figure out what type of a mom am I. I had to go through so many emotions myself. I have a feeling I went through slight postpartum depression, and I had to deal with that. There were a lot of emotions I had to go through. There was a lot that I had to deal with personally. I had to get used to being a mom. I almost feel like I was mourning the person who was not a mom, having gone and now given birth to a new me. So give yourself some grace to do that. It's okay. It's a huge change that goes through your life. It's actually trauma. So go through it and get right. And once you're ready, then jump back into work. Nobody's forcing you to jump back into it. Number 2, the type of work that you choose is important. Many of us in our careers, especially as moms, we feel as though we don't really have a choice about what career we want to do. We just go where the money is. We just say to ourselves, you know what? We get very scared, and a little lack of faith forces us to do this, where it's just like, I have to go to where the money is. It doesn't matter what I want to do or what dreams I have or what I think the Lord wants me to do with my life. I've got to provide for my baby, so I'm just gonna go do this work. You actually have a choice in what work you want to do. Choose the work that fits both you, your baby, and the rest of your family. You have a choice, and this takes faith for you to believe that I want a job or a line of work that allows me the flexibility to stay home and take care of my baby. That's a goal I've always had. I've always had the goal of being able to stay home, work from home, and take care of my kids for the longest time. So if that is your goal, then choose the type of work you want to do correctly. Remember that when you take the stress of providing your own money, providing your own food, you take control of your life, and you take that away from God because you don't feel as though He's going to provide in the way you want Him to. But if you have faith, then you know that God will not let me go hungry as long as I follow the instructions He has for in my life. And if God is leading you in a different direction to the job that you have the faith to go after it and give the control over to Him. Number 3 is to pray about it. I remember when I was pregnant, towards the end, I think I was probably 8 months pregnant, I had this deep prayer with God. I was pacing up and down, praying so loud. I think I was shouting at God. I feel so bad about saying that, but that's actually how I felt. Because I was just like, Lord, we are not going to struggle. Your promises, Lord, are this, this, and that. You promised me that you will take care of me. You said that I should hand it over to you and I will not starve, that I should not worry about what I will eat or what I will wear, that you will protect me, you will provide for me. You know this child that is in my womb. You know what she needs, you know what she wants, and we will not struggle, Lord, because I believe that you are the one who will help us to provide, help us to have the food we need. And Lord, I don't just only want the money for the things that she needs, but I also want the money for the things I want for her, all the unnecessary things. That prayer was deep, guys. I think the whole house heard me praying. But it was such a deep, heartfelt prayer because I was just like, Lord, I want to be that mom that shows up for her baby with the money and the time. And I prayed about it. It was a deep prayer and I cried about it. So take your prayers to the Lord and say that, Lord, this is the type of mother that I'd like to be. And I think that you are the one who placed this vision of my life in me. So I believe in you to provide for it. The Lord hears us when we come humbly to Him in prayer. So pray about it. Before you even move forward about anything else, just pray about it, about, Lord, what type of mother do you want me to be? Please open my eyes to it. Let me not miss the message when you send it to me, to be the type of mom that you want me to be and to help me. I do not want to be a mom that struggles, Lord. You said you would provide. I believe in you and your promises, so provide. Number 4 is the biggest thing that works for me. And it's the way that I manage to do everything and still get a good amount of sleep, and that is to work while baby sleeps. This is very important, and another point that's going to come is about the schedule that you set and being disciplined about it. But you need to work while baby sleeps and you need to develop very good sleep habits for your baby. And it depends on you and your actions and how you are around the timetable that you set for your baby. And I pray about my baby's sleep, and I pray that the Lord continues to give her good sleep, because right now she's sleeping. And I know that round about a specific time she's going to start waking up. So I'm listening out for her to wake up. But don't try and work while she's awake. When your baby's awake, you are mommy full time. And when baby's asleep, then you are boss. Hashtag Mrs. Mom Boss, right? For me, as I am Mrs. Mom Boss. So me, take care of myself. I am, God comes first. I am a wife to my husband, and I always need to remember that we got married first before I became a mother. Then comes mom before boss. My baby comes first before my business, always. So every single time when my baby's awake and needs me, she comes before my business. Unless I can get help from somebody else to take care of her during that time when she's awake, then that's fine. But if baby's awake, baby comes first. Number 5 is something that many of us struggle with, and this is the key to actually being able to be productive while taking care of your baby. So you're going to be working while your baby sleeps. So usually baby sleeps 3 hours during the day. During that daytime at home, I am cleaning, I am cooking, I am making sure she has her lunch and doing emails and things like that and admin for my business. But I actually record how I do things while she sleeps in the morning. So that's why I'm part of the 5 a.m. club. I wake up at 5 a.m., do my makeup and record, and by 8 a.m. she wakes up. So I make sure that all of the how I do things work is done before 8 a.m. Then during her nap time during the day, I don't ever try and record during that time, because her daytime nap is very, light-ish. She's easily woken up by noise. So I can't record during that time. I've tried to do it and I've failed several times. So I had to be disciplined and make time in the morning, wake up early for me to be able to record while she sleeps during her nighttime sleep, right? Because it's very hard to wake her up from a nighttime sleep. She wants her full amount of sleep and she wakes up at 8, so I know I can work before then. This just means you have to have a strategy about how you're going to spend your time and when you're going to work. So you need to know how many hours of work do I need and how can I find those hours. So there's 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the afternoon while she sleeps. That's 6 hours of work. And I split my work between the two in ways that will not interrupt her schedule. Her schedule comes first. So you have to have a time strategy. I believe in being extremely disciplined about my time. So I do something called a mini time strategy. If you're wondering what this book is, I have a journal which I created, the Her Success Journal, the daily planner, which helps me to remain grounded, goal-orientated, and focused on my God. It helps me to check in on myself to make sure I stay happy and that my priorities are always met. I have something called a mini time strategy every single week. There it is. So at the beginning of every single week, I set out my mini time strategy. I'm very deliberate about my time. You have to be deliberate about your time. You have to be methodical. You have to be strategic. You're not going to find success out of chance. You can't just say, I'll work if and when. No, you have to be extremely deliberate about your time. So when I'm setting out my time strategy, I look at what time am I waking up? How many hours do I have to work? What time does baby wake up? I make sure I look at her schedule first and I work my work around it. And I'm very disciplined about it. I don't miss a 5 a.m. I do not miss working when she is asleep. And if I need to sleep sometimes while she sleeps, I sleep because it's important. But I make sure that I have a strategy every single week and I remain fluid with it. You have to be very disciplined and very deliberate about your time. And this just leads me to number 6, to be fluid but disciplined at the same time. How does that actually work? Because discipline is quite rigid, right? So how do you also remain fluid? Babies are very different. She needs her vaccinations, needs to go to the doctor, and sometimes she has growth spurts. What I mean by remaining fluid is that week by week, baby changes. So this week, for example, my baby has decided she's going to sleep twice a day instead of sleeping once a day. So now my time strategy for the week is that I have 3 3-hour spurts. So between 5 and 8 in the morning, I work. She wakes up at 7 now, but her dad takes care of her. She goes back to sleep at about 9 or 10. She sleeps until 12. And then again between 3 and 5, she sleeps. So instead of sleeping 3 hours in the middle of the day, she's sleeping a little bit in the morning and a little bit in the afternoon. So my time schedule has to now change based on her. Babies are, to a certain degree, a little bit unpredictable, but we can make them as predictable as possible by setting routines. So by knowing that I need to put her to sleep at a certain time, I need to feed her at a certain time, I need to play with her at a certain time, helps her to sleep at the right times. When she's awake, I need to be present so I can play with her and finish all her energy and feed her so that she is full and she is completely tired by the time she sleeps again at 10 a.m. in the morning. Again, when she wakes up between 1 and 3, I need to give her food, I need to be present, and then I need to play with her so that she's sleepy come sleep time. I need to put her to sleep at the right times because these are all triggers. This is what helps my baby to stay in her schedule. But if she changes her schedule, you need to be able to be fluid enough to change with her, but still remaining disciplined about, okay, fine, she's given me the cues that she wants to sleep twice a day instead of once a day. Therefore, feed her on time, put her to sleep on time, play with her on time. So look at your baby and her schedule and what she's saying, but remain disciplined in the times you feed her, the times you play with her, and the times you put her to sleep. Because that is your lifeblood of your productivity. Your discipline towards your baby will make your baby disciplined about how she sleeps and then moving forward. I say this knowing that my baby could change next week and decide she's not sleeping anymore. And this just leads me to point number 7. Learn to let go of your days. Most days. This is 8 out of 10 days. My baby sleeps on time and gives me the time to work. But then those other 2 out of 10 days, she's completely erratic. That's because she's a baby. She's not a machine. So I try very hard to stay disciplined and I give her the food when she needs it. I play with her when she needs it. But on those days when she's clingy, on those days where she feels a bit sick, learn to let go of your day and give it to your baby. I used to get so frustrated because I'd be like, oh, she doesn't want to go to sleep and I need to work. I really need to work. Oh my word, I'm falling behind. And I used to get so irritated with myself. And then I learned that I'm mom before I am boss. So if she needs me, I need to let go of my day, and it's okay to let go of my day. She's my baby. It's okay. Learn to let go of your days on the days when baby just wants your attention. Because if you are disciplined and if you have a schedule, it will honestly only be about 1 or 2 days out of 10. You have the rest of the days to work, and it's okay. It's not a train smash. You're not perfect and baby's not perfect. So on the days when she needs you, be there. But on the other days when she's disciplined and she's working and she's sleeping on time, take that time to be productive. And finally, number 8, you are not alone. Even if you are a single mom, you're not alone. You have friends, you have, sisters, your baby's grandmother, and most importantly, when you are struggling to manage it all by yourself, don't be too stubborn to actually get the help you need. Get a nanny or take your baby to nursery or to daycare. I'm not stubborn to the fact that if this doesn't work out, if she ends up being too much for me to handle, if my husband isn't able to help me during the times that I need him to help me, then it's fine. I'm actually going to go and take her to daycare, or I'm going to go get her a nanny. Don't remain stubborn to this point. We're not perfect. We're not superhumans. So we need to learn how to accept help, and we also need to learn how to ask for help. I have training every single Thursday. There is a live masterclass on business or on branding with Club She Is. During that time, that is when my husband takes the baby, he washes her, he feeds her. By the time I'm done, it's just a little bit of playtime and then she goes to sleep. Let go of that time and get that help. If there are other days where I feel as though, listen, I can't manage to do all of these things, I ask him to help me. But most importantly, I know that I have this business and I have this life and I have this career because I always wanted to have the freedom of time to sit and play with my daughter. If my business interferes with that, then I'm going to change my business to make sure I have the time to spend with my daughter. I am mom before I am boss, always. So always remember, you have the help. Ask for the help. Don't try and do it all by yourself. Don't wear yourself thin trying to do it all by yourself. Because an unhappy mom, a stressed mom, just moves that stress onto your baby. The most important thing for you to do is to remain happy. And that's why I also created this journal, to remain happy, to remain productive, and to stay happy while I'm on the pursuit to success. Now, wow, this is one that I really actually enjoyed doing, and I hope that you also found something and learned something from it. The most important thing about being a productive mom is realizing that we're human and it's okay. We are superhuman to a very large extent. But it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not have those productive days sometimes. It's okay to be mom before you are boss, because our babies are our hearts in living form outside of our bodies. I hope that this one helped you, mama, and I hope that you feel a little bit more grace towards yourself. All the best on being a mom boss and juggling all of everything that you have to do while being an amazing mommy to your beautiful baby. Until next time, beautiful people, give this video a big thumbs up. I'm Shimange, and this is how I do things. Hey gorgeous, thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. Please don't leave without giving this video a big thumbs up, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this about being a mommy. Now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, click on this face right here. It will help you to subscribe, and feel free to binge watch and watch the next video. Head over to my website www.kopanashimange.com and download the free resources that I have for you. Until next time, mwah. Bye.